Happy 11/11, Hillary. I was going to start at 11/11, but I actually have a few to do and I want to get as many done as I can. So yours is first. I've already shuffled the cards. I'm going to just go ahead and cut them so you can see. Guess they wanted to cut themselves. All right. So the first card is what covers you. This sums up your overall situation. So we have the 10 of Autumn. Your overall situation centers around primarily family. Autumn is earth, so it does pertain to anything to do with material, like job, money, material possessions, home, and family. But the 10 is particularly related to family. And since it's a 10, it is at the completion and a beginning. So 9 is completion, and the 10 is furthering that completion and then propelling that toward the start of a next cycle, building upon the previous accomplishment or success. So if you have a dream or a goal that does have to do with stability, finances, or family, this is saying that your overall situation is based on that contentment, that having reached that goal, I've got there, and now it's time to start the next part. Like you check that off the box, and now it's like you just graduated from 101 and now you're going to start 102. So it's not just the reaching of that goal, but then the being able to start on the next step. And this does portray a lot of happiness, like security, financial security, material. You're very well provided for. It's not like an indulgence or excess luxury. It's just, at least that's one less thing to worry about. Your needs, your physical needs are met. Your family's happy. Everybody's content, cared for. And that sometimes can be the greatest joy. Especially, I know, speaking as a mother, for me, nothing makes me happier than seeing my children happy, well taken care of, provided for. So that's your overall situation there. Also, don't worry about the words at the bottom of it. I mean, you can read them if you want to, but the meanings change depending on where in the spread and what cards are around them, so don't put too much stock into that. All right, so what crosses you, something that affects that situation for better or for worse, is the World. This is a very good card. This is saying that, what does affect this card that we just spoke about, is that you've reached a state of balance and harmony, kind of having your energy distributed evenly and being equally attentive to all the priorities in your life. Everything's starting to work in a synchronized fashion. Everything's working together. You've got a good flow going. All the different gears are turning. You've got a rhythm. There's harmony. There's balance. And this is also like an achievement. So I do see a lot of goal reaching and achievement here for your overall situation. So you've achieved something, just basically reached a goal. Things are in order. That sets the perfect foundation for this here. And that might just be a byproduct of that. At the foundation of this issue, so something possibly in the distant past that gave rise to that, we have the Two of Spring. So a lot of times this can have to do with romance, but don't get too stuck on that because it may not be romance. However, at the foundation of this issue was really the key. This is like infatuation, not a bad thing, but just when something sparks that passion in you, and it might be an impulsive, rash, temporary type of hormonally fueled excitement, but the point is there was something that woke you up that gave rise to this here, to the goals that you accomplished or the destination that you seek. Something sparked a fire in you. Something made you feel young again. Something touched on the idealistic, swoony teenage part of you, and that might have kicked you into gear. This is a feeling of really being supported and admired. When you're extremely admired and celebrated by somebody who sees you as like this powerful goddess, maybe you start to believe more about yourself, and maybe you do start to accomplish things that you may not have otherwise thought you were capable of. So that was most likely some type of a partnership that woke up a youthful sense of passion in you, and being able to open you up to the possibilities of joy and beauty around you in your recent past as it pertains to this situation. So as we know, this is goal reaching right here. A big key toward being able to reach any goal or any destination. Say that you're in this chariot and you know what your destination is, you know where you want to go, and that's what's for your highest good. But you've always got the battle, the two forces within you that are opposing and that you've got to tame, and that takes a lot of discipline. This may be trying to take you in the direction of ego, and this in the direction of spirit. This one's not quite as strong as the other. You, though, are in control no matter what, and there will be times when you're on your path that this one is going to pull you off in a different direction to distract you from your purpose, get caught up in a temptation, which is a momentary pleasure, but takes time away from your main goal. So this is just about keeping your eyes on the prize, making sure to steer yourself back on track if you ever get pulled off track, not to forget your priorities, and having the discipline to keep yourself reined in. And being able to do that is a big component of being able to reach any goal, because you're never going to make it there if you keep getting pulled off track in different directions, and if you follow every little impulse to go every little path. So that in your recent past, you did master that, which contributed to this situation. In your near future, as it pertains to this situation, we have the Ace of Spring. So this is a new beginning. So if we look at, the different suits as basically like you're planting some type of a seed, this is the very beginning of that venture. Spring is fire. So this would have to have something to do with like energy, creativity, motivation. Although, you you spin fire, so it could even be literally fire. But in your near future, you will you'll just start germinating the very beginnings of an idea. Haven't really formulated a plan yet, but at the beginning you've got the passion and the desire and the excitement about this new vision. And this is going to be something that you imagine is going to take you, it's going to involve a lot of action, a lot of passion, not like in a romantic way, but so this is a goal that you will soon begin birthing the ideas of, and you'll have all that enthusiasm and optimism about where this could take you, and that's good. Hold on to that. You don't have all the information yet that you'll need, and you still have a lot of work to put into it. You'll need to tend to that vision and to maintain it, but if you continue like following that, at least you've got a good start for a successful plan. Okay, the best thing going for you in this situation, or what crowns you, we have strength. So if you have a lion and somebody makes you upset, you may think that the strongest thing that you can do with that lion is set it on attack, and that you're stronger than that person because you can defeat them by force of power or domination. But true strength is recognizing which battles are worth fighting, to tame that inner lion that we all have, that impulse to lash out, to roar, to bite. And we come with the wisdom to understand sometimes the strongest thing we can do is to just keep ourselves in check and to tame the beast within us, because you have to be the most strong to have control over yourself and the forces within you that are tempted to, as this little guy wants to do, pull us off course. And you understand that some of these temptations would pull you off course, and it might seem to you that it would be a show of strength to dominate or one up or defeat someone. But in the back of your mind, you know that in order to continue on the path that you want to go on to reach your goal, you'll need to exercise restraint. And that is what truly being strong is all about. This card, by the way, FYI, is very much associated with Leo, in case you couldn't tell. So I believe I remember you are a Leo, so that's especially potent for you. So that's the best thing you have going for you in this situation, that you do have that strength, true strength. You, in this situation, Two of Winter. So Winter has to, this is swords, this has to do with communication, emotional pain. It's not all sad or morose. You're at a point where at the beginning you're processing some emotional pain, just starting to put it into words and to understand it, and to be able to communicate. Now, so you had just started that journey. Now you're at a point where you're kind of ready to move forward, but you're not really sure whether you should trust or not. You are going to go ahead and give whoever or whatever the benefit of the doubt, but you're not thoroughly convinced yet. You're not completely letting down your guard. You are staying wary, like you're keeping one eye open. It's not that this situation or individual is undeserving of your trust, but you have recently been through an experience that has made you cautious, and it's the person or the situation will need to earn and to prove that it can be trusted before you can relax. So it's not like you're saying no. It's not like you're saying, I don't trust you. You are, conditionally, but also you're watching your back. So, and because, you've seen what can happen, and you're not 100% sure yet whether or not that's a situation that you might find yourself in again. You don't have enough evidence. You haven't seen enough to show you whether or not you have to worry or not. In your environment, this is something or somebody that has to do with this situation and impacts it, but is not you. So in your environment, there is someone who's very in touch with their intuition, somebody who follows their gut instinct, who doesn't necessarily have logical reasoning or facts to back up what they think that you should do, or the advice that they give you or the actions that they take, but they're very much guided by their inner self. This is somebody that may be able to help offer you guidance. This is somebody that may demonstrate to you the value of following your intuition and may inspire you to do the same. This is somebody that may impact this situation just by seeing something or feeling or knowing something about it that will be of value to you. So keep your eyes open for that. Your hopes and or fears as it pertains to this situation. Here we have Justice. So you're really hoping that things will turn out the way that they're supposed to. This is like karma. You're hoping that your efforts will be noticed and rewarded, or that somebody's wrongdoings will be punished. For balance to be restored, and for wrongs to be righted and rights to be rewarded, and the natural harmonious flow of everything to continue. And so your hope would be, maybe you've put in a lot of hard work and you want to see that get you where you'd like to go, or you've tried very much to change for somebody and you'd like for them to acknowledge what you've done or your sacrifice for them, or somebody has hurt you and you'd like to see them held accountable. Since it pertains to this situation and moving toward some kind of a goal, and it looks to me, like we may be, as I look over this, as we've accomplished, so you've got a sense of balance, and we've got an accomplishment here as it has to do with the autumn, with family or finances or whatever. So you're going to be, because like I said, this is a 10, so you've finished that cycle and you're starting something new. This is a beginning. So this cycles right into that. So your next venture has more to do with creativity. It could be like an art project. It could be something, it's something more right-brained. So you've taken care of your responsibilities. You know, some aspect of it that's like dutiful has been met. And now that your responsibilities or whatever that is has been taken care of, now you feel like it's time that you can start this new thing, which is more of a fun type of thing. Something that, like I said, like a creative pursuit. So anyways, with the justice as it pertains to this situation, you might just be hoping that things will work out. You deserve this. You've earned this. Maybe there are some factors that need to play out right for this to go the way you want it to, and you're depending on some outside things, and you're just hoping that it will. You're just hoping that because you've done your duty and you've met your obligations, that the universe will just let you have this, and that it will let it work out because you were smart and you made the right choice, and you delayed the gratification, and you followed protocol. So like adulting. So now you want to play, and you'd like for things to work out in the way that you deserve. Final card. This is your possible outcome if you continue on the current path that you're on right now. Nothing is ever set in stone, so if this sounds like something you would not like to happen, be conscious of your decisions and choose consciously to make decisions that'll lead you in a different direction. But as it stands, you're looking at a possible celebration, and this goes really wonderfully with this. So this is the beginning. This is denoting to you that if you continue on your current path, you're going to make some progress here. You're going to have the support that you need to get that off the ground. You're going to start seeing some results from what you're putting in, and you'll reach a point where you can stop and celebrate. Now it's a 4, so it's not close to completion yet. It's not done. You still have work to do. You'll still have obstacles to overcome, but this is just a milestone. You'll accomplish a milestone, some feedback that's showing you that you really are getting somewhere, and you are producing results. You are making progress, and that's going to fuel you to continue on. Now, I know that you see a couple here. This is not necessarily romantic. In fact, most likely is not. But this is just very satisfying feedback from what you're beginning right here. I hope that made sense to you. I don't know what it could be, but that's for you to understand, and I can't really clarify anything because I don't know. I just read the cards, but hopefully that you got something out of that, and I hope that your 1111 is wonderful. Bye!